Alright everybody, finally back with another video. Not sure exactly how long it's been, but much longer than I thought it would be. As some of you know, I've just been busy and stressed out with finding a new place to live and going through the whole process of moving and all that, so hadn't really felt like making a video in a while. But I'm finally in a new place and been wanting to make a video since I got here and got my card settled in, and was trying to think about what should be like my comeback video, but then I just thought, you know what, let me not overthink it. Let's just keep it simple and pick up where we left off with this Yankee Relic and Auto series, which the original plan for this was to finish it by the end of the 2022 season, but obviously that didn't happen. So now the new plan is to get it done by the end of the 2023 season, so that gives me plenty of time to get this done, and other videos too, because I mean, I've still picked up a ton of stuff the past few months. Some of you have seen some of it on Facebook and Instagram because it was just easier to quickly post stuff on there. But even on there, I'd say I've only shown like 50% of my pickups. But anyway, we'll get to all that stuff at some point. Right now, let's continue with this Yankee series. So we were up to the letter H, but before I get to those, I wanted to show a few additions to some of the previous letters. First, for F, here's this really nice Whitey Ford dual relic numbered to 75. Got that from Brad 8671, along with another relic that you'll see later in this series, and a really sweet Bernie Williams auto. So thanks for that very generous care package, Brad. I just love the look of those really old jersey pieces. They look so different from the standard white and gray jersey pieces we normally see. Then picked up this 4 relic card here. That goes under G for Giambi. Although considered also putting this in my Puerto Rican PC for Carlos Delgado, but the Yankee collection is usually above anything else, and Giambi has that really nice pinstripe relic there. Everybody else is just a standard jersey. Yeah, you got David Ortiz and Palmeiro there too. 4 big time left-handed sluggers. Possibly 4 PED guys too, but I don't really care. And so now let's jump into this stack of H autos and relics. Starting with this Eric Hacker. Well, honestly, I don't remember at all, so don't have anything interesting to say about him, but nice looking Bowman Sterling gold. Next up, you got Charlie Hayes. Was with the Yankees a few times. They had him initially, then he went to Colorado in the expansion draft, then bounced around a few teams, and the Yankees got him back in '96. Platooned with Wade Boggs at third base. Did pretty good job defensively and offensively, and ended up catching the final out of the '96 World Series. Next, you got Slade Heathcott. I remember him. He was a somewhat highly touted prospect, but it's one of those guys that didn't really make it. I think he might have got called up for like a dozen games or so, but again, didn't really make any impact. Really like the look of this Sean Henn. Kind of a bottom of the rotation left-handed starter. I remember he got called up a few times. Made a few starts here and there, but again, didn't really make a huge impact at all. You got another former prospect, got 3 of these. Ty Hensley's. I remember he was a pretty big pitching prospect, but had a ton of injuries. Actually had Tommy John surgery twice, and then bounced around a few minor league teams, I think. Not sure if he's even still in baseball. Also have his Bowman Sterling. And yeah, another kind of failed prospect here. Wasn't doing this on purpose, just happens to be this way for the H guys. A lot of former prospects. You got CJ Henry. He was a huge prospect. But you know, the Yankees kind of get blamed for always overhyping their prospects. But it's not necessarily a bad thing because they use guys like this to trade for veterans that they need. In this case, they used him as the centerpiece in the trade to get Bobby Abreu, who had a few nice years for the Yankees. Really cool looking Bowman Chrome refractor there. So as I've said, I often pick these up like in bargain bins. Once these guys are no longer around baseball, you can get them for like $1 or $2. So they're still really nice looking Yankee cards. Yet another failed prospect here, Drew Henson. Bat relic there. Yankees acquired him twice. They had him, then they traded him, and they reacquired him. Called him up briefly, but didn't really do anything. Love the look of this one here, this Heritage Auto. But yeah, he ended up going to the NFL and played with the Cowboys a bit. Not sure if he played for other teams, but still, you can say he played for the Yankees and the Cowboys, two of the most storied franchises in sports. So finally, here's a guy who was not a failed prospect. El Duque Hernandez, one of my favorite pitchers ever to watch. Not just a high leg kick, but just a really smart pitcher. Just knew how to get hitters out. Could often get himself out of jams. Pretty sure if you call him in out of the bullpen right now, he could get out of a jam if you needed him to. There's a bat relic, so that obviously had to be from an interleague game. Back when pitchers batted in the National League. Kind of crazy that we're going to have to say that now. There's going to be a whole generation of fans that don't even remember that pitchers had to bat once. Really sweet looking auto there. Topps Tier 1, kind of one of the underrated high-end products. They always had good looking stuff. And last guy here, we got Phil Hughes. Got a few cards of him. Former Yankee and at one point a big time YouTuber. Not sure if he does YouTube anymore. I watched his channel a bit at the beginning, but just wasn't for me. Nothing against him, it just wasn't the types of videos that I like to watch. There's a draft pick auto. This is a card I paid a lot for back in the day. I think like 40, 50 bucks. Which I always say I usually don't pay a lot for prospects. And there's one of the reasons why. I bought into the hype on him and didn't really pan out. I mean, he was part of the 2009 championship team. Pitched out of the bullpen late that year and did a good job. Always felt that they probably should have kept him and Jabba Chamberlain in the bullpen. It could have been a really nice 1-2 punch for years out of the pen. But they moved him back into the rotation. He actually had one decent year in the rotation where he won like 19 games. But again, the rest of his career was kind of average. And then here's another really nice looking one here. Got that as a contest win from Lou Capetta. I don't know what his channel name is now. He's changed his channel name a few times, but he did some kind of giveaway a few years ago. I ended up winning, and that was just one of the many cards in that giveaway. And so that's it. Finally got another video done. Gonna be great to be back amongst you guys. And if you didn't make it into the background this time, don't worry about it. I'm gonna do this a lot more often. Do like Scotty Aranya, switch the background up from time to time. And like I said, I'll continue with the Yankee videos and have a bunch of other videos that I've been wanting to do that I plan on doing over the next few days and weeks. So I'll be talking to you guys again soon.